going to steal, we're going to kill, we're going to sleep around with multiple women. We're going to do all these things because we don't know who our God is, so we don't know what laws we must keep. We're going to follow who we've been taught, the doctrine that we learned in slavery, right? And we're going to go without an image. We're going to think that we're black, we're going to think that we're Negroes, we're going to think that we're Mexicans, we're going to think we're Hispanic. We're not going to know that we're the Israelites according to the Bible. So when you walk around, you see a lot of our people in poverty, see a lot of murders going on, see a lot of people stealing, a lot of fornication. How do we change this thing? How do we change that? How do we get out of these conditions? Because we got to find out why did we get in these conditions in the first place, right? So watch this, Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Because we have to show you guys why we're in the poverty today. Hey, my brother, I see you eating the sandwich. Hey, so what's your nationality? What that mean? Hey, come here. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Hey, come here, my brother. Hey, you said you pointed like right here, right? So now, let me ask you a question. What color is Jesus Christ? You don't know. So, in society today, do they teach that Christ looks like this? Hey, what's your name? Jerry? Jerry. So, Jerry, today, Christ looks like this, right? That's what we were taught, right? Hey, James, did Christ look like this? Oh, you don't? Huh? Jerry, before you go on, don't try to run away, Jerry. Hey, you always make time for things that we like to do, right? You love God? Hey, come give God 5 minutes. That's it. All right, so now, James, right? So go back to Deuteronomy 28:15. Read that.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 15.
Ah.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So God said, James, if we will not listen to the words of God, right? Read on.
To observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So James, is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah, will a curse be a good thing or a bad thing? Someone said, I put a curse on you. Would that be a good or a bad thing? Someone said, I put a curse on you. Would that be good or a bad thing? It would be a bad thing, right?
That's right.
Watch this, read the next verse.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So James, it says, cursed shall we be in this city, right? So what is some things that you see in the city of Trinidad that you think needs to be changed? What? Name one. What needs to be changed in our communities? Said what? You said the Sabbath? Said to obey the Sabbath day. That needs to be changed, right? Because a lot of times, what time do we go to church? We go on Sundays, right?
Some people do go on Saturday.
Okay, some people, but majority of people go on what day? Sunday. They go to church today, but that's not the day we're supposed to go. So one way how to fix our community, go to Exodus 20 and 8. So we're going to show you that in the Bible, right here. So what?
Excuse me, what do you think about what is going on in Israel and Palestine?
So what I think about what's going on in Israel and Palestine. So now, only thing that's going on, they're fighting over a land that belongs to us. Because Jerusalem, that is our homeland. That land belongs to us. So watch this, read that though.
Exodus 20 verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Because God said we have to remember that. Why do you think he said remember? Because we're going to have a disconnection. We're going to forget about it. Why?
Right.
Through slavery. We went to the transatlantic slave trade. They taught us their religion. They taught us their belief. They taught us their doctrine. They taught us their God. And so we forgot about our heritage. We forgot about our custom. We forgot about that we got to keep the Sabbath day. And we started thinking that Sunday was the day that we got to go there to worship. But God said, remember the Sabbath day, the 7th day of the week. What's up?
So what Israelites is usually Palestine, right?
No, they're not Israel. The people over there that call themselves Jewish, They're not the true Israelites according to the Bible. James, you're the Israelite according to the Bible. All of us right here, we are Israelites according to the Bible. We are the real Jews.
So what is really going on here?
Revelation.
The Israelites are killing in Palestine.
Okay.
Who will attack? Who will attack? What?
So now we're going over what they're going over there in Israel and Palestine. They're fighting over our land. They're fighting over our land to try to claim that territory. But we don't need to worry about what's going on over there. We need to worry about what's going on right here. We like to put our focus towards everything else. We need to put our focus towards ourselves and the conditions that we're living in today. And not worry about what the other nations are doing right now. We need to worry about each other, because this is how we're going to fix our community, by fixing ourselves. Watch this. Read that Deuteronomy 28. Go to verse 37.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
So God says we're going to become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. You're going to become called out of your God-given name. You're going to think that I'm Trinidadian. You're going to think that I'm a Trini. But God says, no, you are Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. We are the Israelites according to the Bible. Hey, my brother, what's your nationality?
Trinidad.
What that mean?
From Trinidad.
No. Trinidad, that means West slave. So when you say I'm Trinidad, you say I'm proud to be a West slave. Do you feel like that?
No.
So now, we got to find out who you are, right? So look at this sign right here. You see where it says the West Indies? Right? That's what our oppressors called us. They call you Trinidadian, Jamaican, Barbados, all these nationalities. But that's not the name that God had told you. God said your name will be Benjamin. That would be the tribe you come from. But Israel will be the nation that you come from. So your nation isn't Trinidad, your nation is Israel. But your tribe is Benjamin. So now this is the thing that we don't know. What's your name?
Antonio.
Antonio, right? So what color is Christ?
I'm not sure. Black?
You sure?
No.
You don't know, right? So watch this. Come on. Antonio. Antonio, look right here, right?
After ball now.
All right, James. So now, this is the image that we've been taught, right, Antonio? That this is the image of Christ. Now, a lot of our people think that this image is Christ. But Christ is not a white man. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Go to Revelation 1:1. Read that.
Revelation 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So Antonio, right? Hey, my brother, we're going over the color of Jesus Christ, right? It says the revelation, meaning the revealing of Christ. We're about to reveal to you the color of Christ. Read that, verse 14.
His head and his ears were white like wool.
So it says his head and his hairs were white like wool. You see here? He got white woolly hair, right? Feel the hair on your head. That's woolly hair.
That's
This
right.
right here isn't woolly hair. But our people, black people, got woolly hair according to the Bible. You know?
That's right.
And you know why it's so important? Because a lot of our people have low self-esteem, where they feel like, I need to dye my hair and make it blonde. I need to dye my hair, make it blue, make it purple, make it all these different colors, or put weave in my hair. Because we've been taught that our hair isn't beautiful. But God said his hair is white like wool. Meaning that is the standard of beauty. The standard of beauty is not blonde hair, but it's our hair. Read that before you go.
As white as snow, and his eyes was a flame of fire.
So it says the eyes was as a flame of fire. Doesn't mean that he was shooting laser beams out his eyes. You ever drunk wine before? So your eyes turn what? A little red, right? That's the same thing with Christ. He drank wine, but he did it in moderation. He didn't get drunk. Read that.
Genesis 49 verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
You see that? That says Christ's eyes was red with wine. Now go back to Revelation 1. Yeah.
His head and his ears were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes was a flame of fire, and his feet,
Wait, it says his feet, right? Read.
like unto fine brass.
So Antonio, I can see your feet right now. Is your feet gonna look like the rest of your body? It's gonna look in a similar complexion, right? A similar complexion, right? Okay. So it says his feet like unto what?
Fine brass.
What color is brass? Brown, right? Okay, read.
As if they burn in a furnace.
So you ever burnt anything before? What color it turned?
Black.
Black. Charcoal. Dark black, right?
That's
That's
right.
what Christ said. His feet was like fine brass as if they burned in a furnace. So meaning he was black. Christ is not a white man. Christ is a black man according to the Bible.
That's right.
That's what we're trying to tell our people, how to get this image. Because a long time we have no image. Watch this, Hosea 3 and 4. Because Antonio, we got to give back the image that we lost in our community. We don't know who we are. We lost our nationality. We lost our heritage. We lost our customs, right? Yesterday, when you celebrate, you think this is our independence? Think that we're free? You don't, right? Do you feel free?
No.
You don't? Okay, why you don't feel free, Antonio?
Huh?
Why you don't feel free?
Because we gotta work in the system every day.
Okay, so you got to work in the system every day, right? So I want to show you something. Read that, Hosea 3.
Hosea 3 and verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image.
So Antonio, it says many days we're going to go without a king. We're not going to know who our God is, so therefore we're going to live like the other nations. Meaning we're going to steal, we're going to kill, we're going to sleep around with multiple women. We're going to do all these things because we don't know who our God is, so we don't know what laws we must keep. We're going to follow who we've been taught, the doctrine that we learned in slavery, right? And we're going to go without an image. We're going to think that we're black, we're going to think that we're Negroes, we're going to think that we're Mexicans, we're going to think we're Hispanic. We're not going to know that we're the Israelites according to the Bible. So he's mentioning that because we have to work. We in our captivity, right? Watch this, Ruth 3 and 8. Because I told you, this is very heavy in the black community that we need to change. We need to ask ourselves, why I'm in the condition that I'm in today, how do I change it? How do I fix it? How do I get out of it? Watch this, Ruth 3 and 8.
Ruth 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
And God says we right now, today, is in our captivity. We're not free yet. Read.
Where thou hast scattered us.
Where God has scattered us. Because look at the sign right here. A lot of us came from the west coast of Africa, and then when we got on the slave ships, what happened? Some went to Trinidad, some went to South America, some went to Jamaica, some went to America, some also went to Europe. We've been scattered all over the world, but God said no matter where his people live, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are going to be in our captivity. Read.
For a reproach and a curse, and to be a subject to
You
payment.
see that? To be subject to payment. And the only way you're going to pay somebody is if you're doing what? Working. You're going to be working for them.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example.